Beware! By Allah, the son of Abu Quafa, Abu Bakr, took the caliphate for himself. He knew full well that my position to it was like the axis to a hand mill. Knowledge flows from me like a flood, and no bird can soar to my heights. Yet I drew a curtain against the caliphate and kept myself detached. I found myself at a crossroads. Should I rise up and take what was mine, or should I patiently endure this blinding darkness? A time where the old grow feeble, the young age prematurely, and the believer toils until he meets his Lord. I saw that patience was the wiser path, so I remained patient, with a thorn in my eye and a bone in my throat, watching my own inheritance being plundered. The first one went his way, but passed the caliphate to Ibn al-Khattab Omar. It's strange. In his life he wanted to be free of it, but after his death he secured it for another. The two of them milked it for themselves. Omar placed the caliphate in a rough and difficult enclosure. The touch was harsh, the talk was haughty, and mistakes were plentiful, as were the excuses. Being associated with it was like riding an unruly camel. If you pull the reins too tight, you tear its nostrils. If you let it loose, it throws you off. By Allah, the people were plunged into recklessness, wickedness, and constant deviation. I remained patient through this long period and severe trial. When he too went his way, he placed the matter of caliphate into a council of 6, and he considered me one of them. Good heavens! What did I have to do with this consultation? Was there ever any doubt about me compared to the very first one, that I should now be ranked among these? I stayed with them, going low when they went low, and flying high when they flew high. One of them, Saad, was swayed by his personal feelings. Another, Abdurrahman, was swayed by his family ties. And then there were other things, until the third of them, Uthman, stood up, his chest puffed out between his waist and his fodder. With him rose his kinsman, the Banu Umayya, devouring Allah's wealth like a camel greedily, eating the spring grass. This continued until his rope broke, his actions led to his downfall, and his own gluttony brought him down. At that moment what surprised me was not the events themselves, but the massive crowd of people rushing towards me from every direction. They came at me like the mane of a hyena, so much so that my sons, Hassan and Hussein, were nearly crushed, and my garments were torn at the sides. They gathered around me like a flock of sheep. When I finally took the reins of government, one group broke their allegiance, another turned disobedient, and the rest acted wrongfully. It was as if they had never heard the words of Allah, that home of the hereafter we assign to those who do not desire exaltedness upon the earth, or corruption, and the best outcome is for the righteous. Yes, by Allah, they had heard it and understood it, but the world glittered in their eyes, and its adornments seduced them, by Him who split the seed and created all living things. If it were not for the presence of the people, the proof established by the supporters and the covenant of Allah with the learned, that they should not stand for the gluttony of the oppressor or the hunger of the oppressed, I would have thrown the rope of the caliphate back on its own shoulders, would have treated the last of them just as I treated the first, and you would have seen that this world of yours, in my eyes, is worth less than the sneeze of a goat. As Ali reached this point, a man from Iraq handed him a letter. He began to read it. Ibn Abbas, who was there, said, "O Commander of the Faithful, I wish you would continue your sermon from where you left off." But Ali replied, "O Ibn Abbas, it was but the roar of a camel that gushed forth and then subsided." Ibn Abbas later said he never felt as much sorrow for any speech as he did for this one, because Ali could not finish it as he had wished. This powerful sermon, known as Ash-Shakshakiyya, remains one of the most famous and debated speeches in history, a timeless testament to a leader's patience, principle, and profound sense of justice. Thank you for watching. If you found this reflection valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.